Hey guys, Crow here. I've seen a lot of discussion about climbing recently due to the Galactic Freya skin being exclusive to Diamond and above. So this video will be about how to get there. If you already know me, you likely know about my absurd progression in skill going from the bottom of Bronze 5 to GM in just 3 seasons. That's right, 3 seasons after beginning to play, I reached the highest rank. The highest at the time, that is. You can trust my advice because it's tried and tested by me personally. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. The first step to climbing is always a search of what you can do better. Without fail, every single person performs worse than the players above them, even me. This is not a bad thing, however. It shows you that there is improvement to be made in any aspect of your gameplay. Some areas will need more attention than others, and that's okay too. What you need to do is find what you excel at already and what you need to work on more. Focus on your worst skills first and try to bring them up to the levels of your strengths. You may not get them exactly there, but just doing this can result in massive changes to your gameplay, even at the highest ranks. Let's say you struggle with timing the most. You can aim well, and you know how to use your cooldowns correctly. That means your problem's game sense. You don't know when to engage. Knowing that, you can play specifically to watch both teams and know when it's your time to shine. Keep doing this until it becomes second nature and watches your already decent mechanical skill carries you way higher than you've ever been before. Now, it would be dishonest to say that this is all there is to it. Just getting into the mindset of finding your flaws is hard to begin with. To make this easier, you have to develop a sense of accountability. Assume every loss is your fault. Every kill you missed is because of you. It's not always true, but thinking that way forces you to improve. After all, if you blame your teammates, broken abilities, or even the map for a loss, you're effectively assuming that there is nothing you could have done to ensure a win. This mindset is extremely toxic and hard to get rid of. I'd argue that the most consistent reason people get stuck in their rank is this. You need to be focused on you. Whether that loss was your fault or not, you still could have done something better, no matter what. This has been proven time and time again with things like unranked to GM. If you're plat and think there's nothing you can do, watch a little bit of Overwatch League. Would those players struggle in that game? Of course not. Knowing that, you are understanding that better players doing better things will win more. This seems simple, but it's a necessary component to climbing. Another big issue people have when climbing is stress, and I believe that this is simply because they're overly conscious about the competitive aspect of the game. Many people, myself included, will be on the verge of breaking into a new peak just to perform horribly and fall. If you focus too much on your rank and not your actual improvement, it puts your mind in a stress state that makes it harder to perform at your normal levels. My fix? Play comp. I mean, every time you get on, queue only comp. This establishes the mode as normal for you and alleviates a lot of the stress from being in it. Comp is not fundamentally different from quick play, it's the same game with a number attached. It's also important to touch on another topic, one that applies especially to people who want to be better: ego. Many players believe that they belong higher and resort to blaming the matchmaker, their teammates, etc. This is essentially the thing I said earlier, but just reframed to target the people who won't actually get it the first time. You are your rank, not below, not above. That rank on your screen is where you are. Don't tell yourself you belong higher to avoid putting in the work to actually climb higher. That's how people get stuck. Now, to touch on a word I personally hate: talent. I hear it all the time. "You're just talented, Crow. That's how you climb so fast." There is nothing that boils my blood more than someone attributing hard work and success to some innate buff that others don't have. People love to idolize high ranks, putting us on a pedestal of sorts. All this does is establish to yourself that you do not believe you can reach our level. It doesn't take more than a quick Google search to understand why that's a problem here. People perform best when they believe they can accomplish the task at hand. When you call a better player talented, all you're doing is telling yourself that they have something you don't, and therefore play at a higher level than you can attain. Quite frankly, that is bullshit. My reaction times are average, sometimes slightly above or below on a good or a bad day. My aim is actually subpar for my rank, and currently the top thing I'm striving to improve. All I have is knowledge of the game and the experience to use it, and that's all you need. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes identifying flaws can be hard. Figuring out how to fix them is much harder. If you're feeling a little stuck, ask a better player for help. The thing is, almost any high rank player will be happy to coach someone having a rough time. We understand the difficulties and have all been through them before. Plus, it's a little ego boost when someone comes to you for help. Better players are usually very good at identifying what you're doing wrong and offering solutions, as again, we've been in your shoes. It's not shameful to ask someone to guide you, it's brave. More importantly, it's effective. I've coached people to GM before. Would they have possibly climbed on their own had I not helped? Honestly, yes. People who seek coaching generally have the mindset and ability to climb, but I expedited that process and made him see results faster. If you're concerned about money, don't be. You do not have to pay for coaching. Spylo and Kajor are great options if you're looking to improve, but so is any player ranked higher than you. Overwatch University on Reddit is a good place to ask for VOD reviews, and there are many other places you can seek out free coaching too. So stop blaming your teammates, stop worshipping talent, and stop doubting yourself. Focus on fixing your flaws, and you'll climb. Simple as that. Happy climbing out there, guys.